7 states of India, eastern part of India, called Seven Sisters. They are landlocked region of India. They have no way to reach out to the ocean. We are the only guardian of the ocean for all this region. So this opens up a huge possibility. So this could be an extension of the Chinese economy.
A veiled threat for Northeast India from Muhammad Yunus, the man who leads the interim government in Bangladesh. He was suggesting to China that as India's northeast is a landlocked region with no access to the ocean, there is an opportunity for China to extend its economic influence in the region. He made these remarks during a 4-day visit to China in end March. At the very outset, there were furious reactions from distinguished Indians on social media. Elected public representatives and thinkers questioned Yunus's real intent. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma hit back at Yunus on X. He wrote, "This remark underscores the persistent vulnerability narrative associated with India's strategic Chicken's Neck corridor." Such provocative statements by Muhammad Yunus must not be taken lightly as they reflect deeper strategic considerations and long-standing agendas. Member of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Economic Advisory Council and author Sanjeev Sanyal wrote on X, "Interesting that Yunus is making a public appeal to the Chinese on the basis that 7 states in India are landlocked. China is welcome to invest in Bangladesh. But what exactly is the significance of 7 Indian states being landlocked?" Diplomatic advisor to 3 Indian prime ministers and former ambassador Prabhat P. Shukla had this to say, "It is not the 7 sisters that are landlocked, but Bangladesh that is India-locked. Once Yunus makes a sober assessment of the military balance, he will find that the Indian Navy is 4 times as large with much more advanced capital ships, including aircraft carriers and nuclear-powered submarines." A week after making the controversial remarks, Yunus met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Bangkok on the sidelines of the 6th Bimstec summit. There, the Indian side laid out some red lines for Bangladesh.
India's message was clear. Crossing its red lines won't be acceptable.
Prime Minister also urged in this regard that any rhetoric that vitiates the environment is best avoided.
Days later, India's Ministry of External Affairs announced that India is withdrawing the Transshipment facility it had been extending to Bangladesh since 2020.
The Transshipment facility extended to Bangladesh had over a period of time resulted in significant congestion at our airports and ports. Logistical delays and higher costs were hindering our own exports and creating backlogs. The facility, therefore, has been withdrawn with effect from 8th April 2025. And let me clarify here, I saw some reports. These measures do not impact Bangladesh's exports to Nepal and Bhutan transiting through Indian territory.
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma hailed the decision. He said it safeguards India's national interests, security of the Northeast region, and protects India's strategic and economic priorities. So what was the Transshipment facility and how will its withdrawal impact the Bangladesh economy that's already struggling? In June 2020, India allowed Bangladesh to use its land customs stations for transshipment of export cargo destined for 3rd countries, including Bhutan, Nepal, and Myanmar. This arrangement was designed to facilitate smoother trade flows and reduce logistical costs for Bangladesh, particularly for its vital ready-made garment sector, as Bangladesh's textile sector is its largest industry. Under this system, cargo could be transported through Indian borders and shipped from Indian ports or airports. This provided a significant advantage for Bangladeshi exporters as shipping directly from Bangladesh required taking a longer and thus more expensive route around the Indian peninsula. Also, Bangladesh's airports don't have enough cargo facilities to handle the country's exports, whereas the Kolkata airport and Delhi airport have higher cargo handling capabilities. Indian airports also have direct flights to almost all routes in the world. Also, cargo shipping costs are lower in India compared to Bangladesh. This acted as an incentive for Bangladeshi exporters. This is how the costs compare. While shipping products from Kolkata airport to the Western world costs between $2 and $2.5 per kg, the cost of shipping directly from Bangladesh is higher as it ranges between $5 and $6 per kg. So it was profitable for Bangladeshi exporters to ship their products to Kolkata and Delhi on trucks and trains to be loaded onto cargo planes instead of directly shipping from Dhaka airport. So why did India revoke the transshipment facility? As India's MEA spokesperson said, the decision was taken due to congestion at Indian airports and seaports caused by Bangladeshi shipments. It is a fact that Bangladeshi exports through India were causing significant congestion at Indian airports. In fact, the Apparel Export Promotion Council, or AEPC, had requested India's Central Board of Excise and Customs in February to cancel the transshipment facility due to this reason. But it is also true that India's decision came close on the heels of Yunus's distasteful remarks in China on India's northeastern region. Analysts say those remarks served to further vitiate the atmosphere in the context of India-Bangladesh ties. So how will the withdrawal of the transshipment facility by India impact the already battered Bangladeshi economy? Bangladesh's textile industry constitutes approximately 85% of its $55 billion annual exports. The sector is already under strain as several factories were shut down and several thousand workers lost their jobs in the chaos that followed former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's ouster.
Now, Trump's tariffs and cancellation of transshipment through India come as additional setbacks for the industry. India's move will affect the flow of Bangladesh's ready-made garment exports through India, especially via Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi, which handled a substantial volume of such shipments. Bangladeshi exports will now have to be shipped to Colombo, Maldives, Dubai or Pakistan first and then be flown to their destinations. As this will add significant delays and cost to their shipments, it could undermine Bangladesh's competitiveness in the global apparel market and thus further strain its economy. To sum it up, it is for Bangladesh to recognize that it has more to lose than India if it continues to strain bilateral ties. Diplomacy, including neighborly relations, is always a two-way street. That's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you in the next episode with more raging issues. Until then, it's a goodbye from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. This is Munmun Bhattacharya signing off. Take care and stay safe.